Hello and welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Jonesboro. With me today is Randy Bearce. And Randy is a loan officer with First Integrity Bank, but when he's not being a loan officer and helping people out in that area, he is the tournament director for the Jonesboro Baseball Boosters. And that's the organization that is putting on the Cal Ripken World Series here in Jonesboro, which is a very exciting event that's coming up. And we just wanted to take a few minutes and talk to Randy today about all the different things that we can expect here in Jonesboro when the Cal Ripken World Series comes to town. So welcome to the show, Randy. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks for having me.
Randy, tell us just a little bit about the history of the Cal Ripken World Series. What is Cal Ripken baseball?
Cal Ripken, it used to be known as Babe Ruth baseball. The younger division, 12 and under, was renamed Cal Ripken baseball in around 2000. It's one of the largest baseball organizations. Actually, it's the largest nationally, and I believe second internationally.
And so we have a strong organization here in Jonesboro that participates in that.
We do. We run our recreational league is sanctioned by Cal Ripken and Babe Ruth, and we run anywhere from 800 to 1,000 kids that play in our program each year.
That's a lot of kids in baseball. So now we're going to have the World Series tournament here in Jonesboro. How did that come about?
I'll tell you, Fritz, it's really exciting. About 3 years ago, Gary Hoyt, who's the Jonesboro Baseball Boosters president, he's also the district commissioner for Cal Ripken, Babe Ruth Districts 1 and 2 in this area, was at a regional meeting, and the word started spreading a little bit about how well we were doing in tournament baseball. Gary was able to secure the bid to get the World Series. So it's been 3 years in the making, and we're just excited, and it's right here upon us in the next few weeks.
Now, this particular division of Cal Ripken, which one is this that we're
This
having?
is the 10-year-old division. Cal Ripken runs World Series for the 10s, the 12s, and then each Babe Ruth starts in 13, 14, and 15 and up. So this is a very prestigious tournament. The 12-year-old tournament's held each year at the Aberdeen, Maryland, the Cal Ripken home stadium. So this is the one that travels, and this is only the second time it's ever been held in the state of Arkansas. Bentonville had it in 2012. And obviously the first time it's ever been held in Northeast Arkansas.
Very prestigious accomplishment for Jonesboro and for Northeast Arkansas. So where are all the teams coming from?
Well, Fritz, the teams are coming from, we have two semi-local teams. We have the host team, and then we have the North Arkansas state champion. Arkansas split into two divisions, North and South Arkansas, because we do have so many Cal Ripken and Babe Ruth teams in our state. So Mountain Home, Arkansas will be one of the other representatives. And then we're going to have the 8 regional champions. And those regions start with the Pacific Northwest, the Pacific Southwest, the Midwest Plains, the Ohio Valley, the Southwest Regional. We also have the Southeast, and then we have the Middle Atlantic and the New England. So from all different areas of the country.
Does that include as far away as Alaska and
It absolutely
Hawaii?
does, and some of those regions actually include Canada.
Oh, my goodness. So there are going to be people from all over North America coming to.
There will be. Right now, the furthest team that we have coming that's qualified as the New England champion is a team from Connecticut.
That's quite a trek. Now, how long do we expect the teams to be here?
Well, the teams are going to arrive for orientation on Thursday, August the 6th, and the championship is on Saturday, August the 15th. So these kids and the coaches and the parents will all be in our town for up to 10 days.
Almost 2 weeks. That's a long time.
Yes,
so
sir.
they're not going to be playing baseball the whole time. What
No,
are they
sir.
going to do when they're not playing baseball?
Well, you're going to see them in the restaurants, and obviously they're going to fill up most of our hotels, if not all of our hotel space. You're going to see them at the movie theater, at the city pool, at the at Putt Putt. They're going to be having a great time at the bowling alley. So they'll be out in our community at the mall, just having a great time, laser tag.
Well, we're looking forward to that too. So, being a World Series, there's going to be a champion. What happens with the winning team when they win the World Series?
The winning team is in Cal Ripken, and there's several organizations that kids play in now, but for Cal Ripken baseball, they will be the single champion in the United States. They'll be the highest at the top of the ladder.
Then for the players, what's the next step for them after something of this magnitude being in a World Series?
It'll open up a lot of doors for those teams. They'll graduate into the next level of Cal Ripken Babe Ruth baseball. But you can only look back one time. There's only going to be one champion, like you said, Fritz, and just to know that accomplishment, they're going to be the kids that get to go to school and with the shirt on saying that we were the national champions for Cal Ripken.
Now, something like this, I know it takes a lot of work and a lot of people involved, Randy. So tell me a little bit about your organization. Talk to us about what you have had to do, you and your organization, to put this together.
I'll tell you, it's much broader than just our organization. We've had tremendous partnerships. Number one, with the Jonesboro Advertising Promotion Commission. They actually paid the fee for Jonesboro to host the World Series. So that was a major financial commitment by Jonesboro A&P. The city of Jonesboro, the Parks and Rec Department, Wixon Huffstetler and Mike Donahue and their crew, we had to make several upgrades in our facility, which is already a great facility. Things like bullpens, and we updated to LED scoreboards, and we have a new parking lot that's being prepared as we're speaking. So 270 new spaces to take care of the traffic. So it's a lot of things that we needed to have done for the future are getting done because of this World Series. So they'll have long-lasting effects for the people that play in our tournaments and the people that play in our league.
Now, this is all being held at Joe Mack Campbell Park, is that right?
Yes, sir. It's all at Joe Mack Campbell Park, one of the finest facilities in all of the state and all of the Mid-South.
Now, is that the only thing that's going to be going on for these 10, 12 days at Joe Mack, right, is the baseball tournament?
Absolutely. We'll have the games will start on Saturday, August the 8th, and we'll have a couple games on 2 fields each day. So this will be these guys that are playing will be the premier game going on at the complex at that time.
Now, it's my understanding that we're expecting a lot of spectators, and because of that, the Parks Department has actually moved bleachers from some of the other fields to the 2 primary fields where the games will be played.
Absolutely. We'll actually have bleachers lining the sides and in the outfield, and we've never done that for a tournament. We're expecting crowds of 1,000 folks or more for each game. So
For each game?
For each game, yes, sir.
And so there's no limitation. I mean, in other words, there's no restriction. Anybody who wants to come see a game can come see a game?
Please come out. We'll sell a $50 week-long family pass that'll get you and your whole family into every game for the whole week, or an $8 individual pass for a single day.
So that gets you a day, but that's 2 games, right?
That's 2 games. 2 games on 2 fields until Thursday. And during pool play, we'll be playing on 2 fields, and there'll be two games on each field each night, so 4 games total.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said at night. Does that mean that are they going to be playing games during the day or just in the evening?
On the weekend, our Saturday start times are 1 and 3, Sundays 2 and 4 of the first weekend, and then when we get into Monday through Friday, the games will start at 4 and 6 in the afternoon and early evening.
Now, a question that some people may have is that we know this is a really, really hot time of year,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people are going to be outdoors. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you guys have done to help people with heat issues and things like that.
Absolutely. We had a generous donation of some tents that we'll have up for just an area for some shade for the players and anyone that needs a little shade in between games. We're in preparations. We're making a cool zone. We've got a mister under a tent in case someone overheats. Making sure the players and the umpires and the coaches are all hydrated. We'll actually go a little bit above what we normally do for a weekend tournament, and making sure those guys are hydrated and don't get sick during the game, because we want this to be a great experience.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure we'll have some accommodations for spectators as well.
Absolutely, we'll have emergency personnel there as well in case someone does overheat.
What about rainouts? It's probably not going to rain, but being in August, you never know with baseball. What happens with a rainout?
It kind of we've had a tough year with rainouts this year. Mm-hmm. We started in March and lost 3 straight tournaments, and I think we've had rain in our last 4 or 5 tournaments, at least some type of delay. But as the year's gone on and it's been hot, the fields are playing pretty tight right now. And most of the time it would be a delay type situation. If not, we would pick up the next day. It would be a suspended game if the game was started, and we would just take off from that point. And we might adjust our schedule and play earlier in the day the next day.
Sounds like you have a lot of flexibility in the schedule to accommodate those kinds of things.
Absolutely, Fritz. We're used to running 13 fields and playing on, compacting into a Saturday and Sunday, mm-hmm. and still trying to get out at a decent time on Sunday evening. So we've got a lot of flexibility in this schedule. And the nice thing is that the players and the coaches from these teams coming from all over the country, they're here to play baseball. So anytime we need to adjust the schedule, they'll be able to do that.
Now, I know the Jonesboro Baseball Boosters, primarily a volunteer organization. and relies on a lot of volunteer help. If somebody still wants to get involved, is there opportunities for them to help out?
Absolutely, and I appreciate you saying that because we've had a World Series committee that's comprised mostly of our board and the Jonesboro Parks and Rec department. We would take any help we can get. We've been very fortunate that we do have quite a few volunteers already, but there's always room for more. We'll definitely find something for you to do.
Well, we'll put some contact information on the screen so folks who are watching can get in contact with your organization and volunteer to help out with this great event as we go forward if they have a desire to do so. What else would you want our viewers to know about the Cal Ripken World Series as it comes to Jonesboro this year?
Once again, it's possibly a once in a lifetime experience for all these kids and for our town, and as Jonesboro always steps up and makes a good show when it comes to our community, I really need the folks, and Jonesboro baseball needs the folks to come out and really support just youth baseball in general. A few years ago, a group went to Bentonville and spectated for knowing that we had the possibility of getting the World Series, and the one thing that they saw was that a lot of folks just didn't have any connections at all. Were coming out just to watch baseball, and we need that kind of support. We need these folks are coming from a long way off, and they've made a major financial commitment themselves, both personally and for their teams. And we need to come out and show support. And Jonesboro always steps up, so I know that's going to happen. But that's the big thing. We really need a lot of folks out there.
Well, we know how friendly and welcoming Jonesboro is, and I'm sure that our whole entire community is going to show all these folks from all over the country just how friendly and welcoming we are. And we're really looking forward to the Cal Ripken World Series. Now, this is for the 10-year-olds.
It is for the 10-year-olds.
The 10-year-old World Series for Cal Ripken being here in Jonesboro this year in 2015. I really appreciate it. Randy, thank you so much for being on the show. And thank you for watching this episode of Let's Talk Jonesboro.